Hello, I'm Dragos, and in this video we are going to take a look at Jules. For the one that doesn't know, Jules is an CODEX alternative from Google that currently it's free and you can join their program, and yeah, right now it's in beta, and you have like a daily task limit of 5 tasks that you can use to chat with your repo and fix some of the things in there. So I already tested Jules, and in this video we are going to see how it did and how it's working. So for the one that doesn't know, I have a Astro blog theme that it's publicly available, and you can use it. I'm using it on my blog bidoze.com, and this is the theme. And I have tried Jules on this theme to fix some of the problems that I had in there. So basically in the beginning I had some problems with the fact that these components didn't display the text like in full width in here, and this happened for more components like accordions, like this notice that are in there. And I've used 2 tasks on this repository, and I wanted to show you how Jules did. So yeah, again, Jules is free and you can start using it right now. I guess we are going to also test it in another project so you can see how it's working. So let me open Jules. So this is their interface. So in the left side you have the details. The website, it's jules.google.com that you can use. And in here you see the task that I have created. So the first task that I have asked the Jules to do is to go and fix the component because they were not looking quite nice. And I've created a task like this. So in the beginning you'll be prompted to connect with GitHub and go and choose your repository that you want to work with. And in here I've just did that, and you see that I've asked him to fix these things for me, and then he asked me about where the components are, and I told him the components that had issues, and then it went and modified them, and he asked me to review and test. And yeah, I mean, this Jules is not spinning up your repository in here, so you cannot test it directly in here. You need to go and push everything to GitHub and download it to your local computer and install everything in there. So in here I have asked him to fix these things, and he fixed the things for me. And in the right side you see the details and the panels with the changes for everything. So right now, because they were pushed, you cannot see exactly what has been modified, but we're going to try it and see how it's working. So I've did some tests and I've seen that only the notice was working, and I've asked him, okay, just go and fix the other things because this is not working for the accordion and the tabs. And then he also did that, and he created a new branch for me and pushed everything. So basically this is working behind the scenes, and this test took about 8 minutes to finish. And in here you see the conversations, yeah, and it also creates like a nice commit message with all the things that have been modified. And I pushed everything in there, then merged it to main. So this was the first task, and the second task that I have asked him to do. Okay, I've asked him to review the repo and fix some of the bugs that finds in there. So you see it was like a simple message like this, and to improve it. And he's seen some problems. Mostly the problems were with the fact that I had like duplicate configurations thing for the site title, URL, and things like that. And he fixed this for me. One thing that he didn't understood is the fact that I am using Tailwind version 4. So I didn't specify him what I am using, but yeah, because the Gemini models are trained mostly with Tailwind 3, it just created the Tailwind configuration, which is not needed. But I have went and asked him to fix also that. But in here you see that he went and modified all of the files for me with all the details, and then he like changed the configuration and site things and went everywhere and changed that things in there, like the title and everything. And after it finished, you see that it did an npm install. Also, this updated also the packages for me to the latest version. He did a npm run build to see that the site is building properly. He modified all the things in here, so it also tested everything. But of course, you cannot see the result of this test. You still need to download everything locally. And in here, you see that I am told him just try with Alien in CSS4. And he went and did this. Again, it tested, and again, it pushed everything to the theme improvement and Alien version 4 fix. And you see in here that the commit message is quite good. And in the right side, you have all the configuration file that it modified. And if you click this, you'll see like a structure with everything. So you see in here that it modified the README file. Astro config, it has been modified. Right now you are not seeing the differences, but you see that he did a lot of changes. So for instance, it went also in the layout and changed the title to be pulled from the configuration directly, because this team had some issues, like pulling the title that I've set and not the one that was used in the configuration. He merged the configuration files to be easier, and you see that you have a lot of files that have been modified like this. And right now, for instance, you see that this took about 28 minutes because it had to modify a lot of files, but you can let this work in the background without a problem. And in here I have another theme, Astro B12 starter. So basically this is a theme that it's like a business theme that I'm working on to create like SaaS and have configuration files. So we are going to open the GitHub. Let me see, repository, Astro B12 starter. This is the theme. It's still in Astro, and basically these themes, it has lots of configuration files and a nice look. I'm still working on it that you can use and create a landing page for your business easily with navigation and things like that. We are going to check and see how it's looking. And right now what I will ask him to do the same thing that he did for the other things. Let me copy, please review the repo. Let me copy the text. Okay, I will hit a new task. Okay, I will see the task in here. You have the main branch. And right now I will just tell it. It uses Tailwind Wind 4. You don't need a config file. You have global CSS that is used. So right now I will ask him to give me a plan, and right now he will start working on this. And right now you will see that the daily tasks has been increased to 3. Okay, in here you are pushed to the limits, and right now it starts. So right now there are a lot of things that are used in here, and yeah, it can take longer because everyone has access to Jules and it is used. And the good thing that it's like it's free right now, so you can work with it and see how it's doing for your repo. For Astro, it's doing a very good job because it has a lot of details about Astro. So I will let him work, and we are going to see what his recommendations are and what he is trying to do for this repo. And then maybe we are going to fetch it and see if it's working. But yeah, right now this can take like, I don't know, couple of minutes to start working with it because it's used again by a lot of people. Yeah, so it took about 5 minutes and it's still working. But let's check also the settings in here, because you have some settings and you see that, yeah, you don't have a lot of things right now in here. Just notification and data settings in the setting panel. Here you have the account. Okay, let me go back. It's still trying to do something. It's just queuing the request still. So it has been like 5 minutes. I will wait a little more and come back after. So it looks like the other one it's not working. It's still stuck. But what I did, I have created a new repo with only Astro that it's installed. So basically, what I've created in here, it's a Jules start that has only the, let me make this thing smaller, only a Jules starter project, and created him like a prompt that will help me create a website. So yeah, this is the prompt that I've created, and in here you see that I have just only created an Astro project and installed Tailwind on this, and I've asked him to create a website for me from scratch because the other one was stuck, so to not let things wait. So let me close right now this, don't save, and let me open again the code. We'll open it after. So in here you see that I've asked him these things, and right now it started working on my plan. Set up Tailwind CSS in here. Yeah, it's trying to create a Tailwind config, which is not really needed. We're going to tell him to not create that, and then he will start create the pages for us, you see, and it will start creating the hero section with the components, home, and everything. So basically this is a project that it will create a website from scratch. So yeah, to be able to see how it's working, because the other one, if we're going to check it, okay, right now it's trying to create the Tailwind things. Yeah, it's not good because it's already in there. Yeah, let's let him work and see what he's able to do, because yeah, right now it's not using Tailwind CSS4, it tries with 3, and this may have some problems. This one, it's still in this thing, so it's not doing anything. It's like this for 20 minutes, but we have the Jules starter in here. Which has a lot of issues because of the Tailwind 4. Yeah. So right now it's working on everything. And I guess this will take, I don't know, 10-15 minutes maybe. And right now you see that you have some configurations in here that have been created, packages that have been installed, Tailwind, and the other thing, plugins, globals, config file, which we don't need. Okay, it's still working. In here you see that you have the files that have been modified. If you're going to do it like this, you see all the files with the details. Okay. Good. Let me make this thing bigger. Like this. Okay, it's trying to create the other things that I need. And in here you see that you have the details. Working on create pages, it's created a footer. So you see in here, it created a footer for us. It's a basic one. A header. The layout has been modified. Okay, let's wait for this to finish. Let me see if this one does something. Nothing right now. Okay, it's creating the pages. I will wait for him to finish and then I will tell it again that Tailwind CSS doesn't need a configuration file. Yeah, I mean, like this, it's working with AI, is not knowing everything. So you need also to know some of the things. Because this was the project. Okay. And I see that Tailwind was not added. Maybe that's why I didn't like it. So I've made sure that Tailwind is configured in here. And you can pause this, I think. Let me try again with the correct Tailwind thing. You don't need to install it. So I started again a new task. This is the last task that I can do today. Again, let's see if it does something. Okay, so right now it's cloning the repo again with the latest changes because we push the changes in there to be sure that we have like Tailwind installed. Because in the previous thing that I've done, I've run Tailwind add in another directory, I think. And that's why I didn't edit it correctly. Okay, approve plan. Do your thing. There right now, maybe you are working with the correct Tailwind config. Okay, let's see the plan. Okay, layout, global CSS, header and footer, homepage, the other page, asset creations, animations, readme, review and submit. So yeah, right now it started working on this. This will be like a more long video, but again, this is Jules, it's quite new, and I am just trying to see if it can do a good job. If you try to create something from scratch, for the other things, it managed to do the configurations. So it created a README file in here. It created a logo. It created a main layout. The import is right. Okay. Main layout. It modified it. Okay, it's creating the footer right now. It created the directory for us. And in the README files, you see how it added the details for some Astro basic configs and commands. Okay, index components are creating right now. I'm curious to see if this will be a fully working project. Sorry for not configured Tailwind from the beginning and not checking. I've just ran the command in a different directory, and that's why it was not added in the configuration files. I guess this thing will take about, I don't know, 20 minutes to finish maybe. And in here you have the files that he created and modified. It has a lot of things to do. Okay. The plan is quite good. The good thing on this is that you can tell it what to do and you can go and do your things. And you can wait for him to see if it's working or that it's working. Okay, and I guess in a couple of minutes we will have some other things. Okay, it created a CTA for us. Okay, footer, social icons, header, hero, project preview, service preview, 3 services you see in here, 2 projects, Tailwind it's used in here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, it's a nice thing in here because you can see also the files and the structure easily. In the left side you see what was there and the new things, but yeah, these things didn't exist, only the layout existed, and it didn't change it, just created a new one. Where you have the header and footer, you see. Okay, still working on the pages for us. Jules is working. Yeah, I mean, this looks nice. And yeah, I'm curious to see what kind of website Jules will make for us, if it will look nice. You'll see that I've provided some clear instruction on what he needs to do. And it looks like it's listening. So right now it created the pages and it just moves to create the SVGs files for us. again. Okay, pages, about, contact, the contact form, the index, you see that it added the components in here, it imported them, services, again, added the services. Okay, nice. And yeah, I want to see if this will build and if it will have errors. And how the website will look like. You see that it's creating the social icons. I could have told him to use the Astro icons, but yeah, I mean, I just want him to create everything. Okay, work and do your magic. Let's see, SVG, styling and animation, then the README, that it will be populated with the changes, and the final review. Okay, it takes some time to create these SVG icons for us. And this should replace also in the other files the details. You see, it managed to create the correct plan. This one, yeah, this one, it gets stuck. I don't know if you have an option to stop it somewhere. No, you don't have the pause button. Another thing that you have an option in here to do is to create a codecast. So basically this will create a podcast about the changes of the code that have been done. And in here you see that you have the task progress. Right now it's on the half. The other one it's paused. Let's go and see. Okay. Still it's doing the SVGs for us. You see that it's creating a solar panel, a battery, maintenance, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Okay. Okay, I see the icons in here. He created them. Maintenance. Yeah, I'm curious to see what he did. For instance, Cloud is very good on creating these things. Okay, styling and animations right now. And in here you see that he created, he modified the footer for us. Solar panel, added the services preview, Twitter, logo. Yeah, so he modified some things. Styling and animation. Okay, it's on 6 right now, 7, and then we'll see if it's working. Clean and professional look. I mean, if you have work to do, you can just let it work and you can come back in a couple of minutes or hours and you will have everything done. Okay, you see that it created a lot of files for us. Make this. So it's running also commands. And it pulls out the output of the command. Okay. Right now, I guess it needs to go in every page and component and create the animations for us. So to have something that it's more interactive. Okay, he finished. Right now it's modifying the README file. And here you see that it modified footer, services about, projects, services, testimonials, contact, hero, header. Okay, so right now it's adding the details in the README. Basically, this is the new README. This was the one from Astro. This was the initial one that we had. So this shouldn't take a lot of time because it just needs to modify a file. And we're going to see. Okay, README file was modified, so let me open this bigger. You see the features in here, technologies used, the project structure. It tells you how you can get started with this. Colors, icons, animations, mobile menu. And you see it provides you also some of the things that you may want to add, like SEO, to optimize the images. That's good. And right now you see that these things are ready for review. And in here you see that you have also the commit README. It took 40 minutes to create everything. I'll hit publish branch, and this will create a branch for us in the project. And right now we're going to hit view branch. So future solar company website, this is the branch, and we should go and see if it's working. So what I'm going to do in here is to go like this. And remove this. Git clone -b, it's with branch name. Like this. So you can test it. Then we're gonna put the repo like this. It didn't run an npm build, I think, but that's okay, we're going to do it. So I will go to Jules npm npme to install everything, npm run dev. Okay, this started. Let's see if it's working or not. Okay, so yeah, this is the website. It's not looking great, but yeah, it's something that you can start working it. So in here you see that you have the menu, you have a hero section. I didn't provide him the colors. I just wanted to see what he did. I guess this is the Flash version, maybe. And in here, let's see. This is the services page. And you have the nice animations with the SVGs. You have also a footer in here with the social icons. This is the contact page. Okay, so contact, services, about, Okay, this is not working, it has an error. In the about home, I will just tell him to fix this to see how it's doing. Error. Like this we are going to see how it's working. System is busy. Jules will respond shortly. I hope it will respond fast. I will wait for 1 minute to see if it does something. Okay, so it started, thanks. Project setup. Okay, let's see. So it goes into the about page right now and it fixes the error for us. Yeah, it shouldn't take a lot of time. Let me open the about page. Pages about this one. Okay, this should be quite fast. Yeah. Okay, so it added an extra thing in here. In the plan, that's why you see that the steps are completed. Okay, it's meeting the fix. Indicating the fix, okay. Okay. Solar company website. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Git pull to pull the latest things. Okay. npm run dev. Let's see. Okay, about. Okay, so right now we have another error. We can ask him again to try to fix this, but I guess you understood how it's working. Jules, I don't think it's not perfect, but for the other project that I've tried, he managed to fix the problems that I have. So I guess this is not for creating like nice UIs, it's just to fix you with issues in the code. And yeah, right now you see that like this, Jules, it's working, and you can go here and you can ask him again to fix that thing if you want. And he will start again working on this, but again you will need to go to the you'll need to go and pull the changes so you can test them and see that they are working, and yeah, things like that. But yeah, it's a good start from Google from what I am seeing, and in some cases, like it was for my team, it helped me do some modifications and especially in the backend part, not front end, it's better. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.